Cuando ando por el mundo en todo yo me fijo y admiro a las muchachas las que me dirijo. Se ponen esas minis que parecen bikini, sus piernas son hermosas, redondas, deliciosas. Caminan muy pomposas, se pretenden glamorosas, la verdad se ven graciosas, pues caminan muy celosas. Se cuidan todo el tiempo, las miradas las acaban, sería mucho más fácil si mejor se las quitaran. Se ven buenas, se ven buenas, se ven buenas. Se ven buenas, se ven buenas, se ven buenas. De mini a la oficina, de mini en la cocina, de mini a la escuela, de mini mi abuela. Chaparritas y gorditas, morenas y güeritas, las piernas voluptuosas son las que son famosas. Caminan muy poposas, se pretenden glamurosas, la verdad se ven graciosas, pues caminan muy celosas. De floras, de bolitas, de mezclilla, de tiritas, la verdad que yo me aloco, ah qué bueno el taco de ojo. Se ven buenas, 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 se ven buenas. Las miran los doctores, también los profesores, las miran contadores y también los luchadores. Las miran los señores, pero ahí está la cosa, se meten en problemas cuando van con las cosas. Caminan muy pomposas, se pretenden glamurosas, la verdad se ven graciosas, pues caminan muy celosas. Hay minis donde quiera, las vemos todo el tiempo, pero las que me gustan son esas de la güera. Se ven buenas, 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 se ven buenas. Qué cosas en la vida, también con su movida, peligro por la mini te puede dar el SIDA. Con todo ese meneo ya parece cotorreo, mirando esas piernas siento yo que me mareo. Señoras, señoritas, doy las gracias por bonitas, nunca dejé las minis si no salgan en bikini. Ahora ya les digo un consejo, tú mi amigo, cuando salgas con tu esposa pues que ella use abrigo. Se ven buenas, 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 se ven buenas.
Welcome to another edition of, I guess you can say this is our usual Sunday morning show, but had to do it a little bit different this time. See, I'm cashing in today, and I'm looking right in the camera as I'm saying this. Now, for many of you MWO viewers out there, all right, a while back we had our good friend from Primetime Wrestling, Starboy Nano Lopez. Last time he was on the show when we did one of our random streams, right? I said, when you become world champion in that promotion, I got first dibs on the interview. And I remember in his most humble yet chill answer, hey, you got it, hermano. So guess what? As y'all seen in the background and on his socials, which you know where to find him, at Starboy Nano Lopez. Cha-ching! Gold Rush, new champion. That's right. I call dibs. But before we do that, one champion to another, let's go ahead and bring on my co-host for the occasion. You guys know him on the regular as the mWo Snoozerweight champion of the world. Give it up for the one and only, the Latin Larry Page. Yeah.
I am so excited. I'm gonna just share some insights, right? I hit you up. I was like, yo, am I not gonna make it Sunday? You know what I'm saying? I'm heading back to New York. I'm about to go to Manhattan for a few days. You like, I gotta get. I'm like, oh, who is? When you told me, homeboy, I'm like, all right, I'm not leaving yet. I'm gonna stay my immigrant ass in Arkansas where I'm at right now. And it could wait. Because this guy right here, the first time, I don't remember that first episode, I was like, my unfiltered self. I'm like, you're people the reason why I speak Spanish. And thank you. Listen, I couldn't think of anyone else. And by the way, too, since this is, I don't care, it's Spick Sunday.
It's Spick Sunday. Oh my God.
Telemundo edition. As of right now, for the next few hours, Mike, you are going to be a Dominican or Puerto Rican because that's what you look like. You're going to be a Dominican or Puerto Rican named Macho. Because that's every person's name that looked like you in the Bronx by Yankee Stadium that looked like that. That's a security guard at the Bootleg Strip Club. There's Yolanda stripping down that pole and you still see her C-section. And looking for you offended people, I saw in 2001 that the acronym for that is Spanish People in Charge.
I'm sorry, I had to mute because I was choking at one point.
Easy there. No George Floyd is right now.
I can't breathe.
But I'm excited.
You happy with the Yolanda with the C-section. My God.
Yeah, so you know what? Today you're Tito Thunder. That's what you are, Tito Thunder. Tito Thunder. You know Tito. That's such a typical Puerto Rican name. Tito Thunder.
Tito Thunder.
Tito Thunder. What up, Tito? Tito from your Yankee Stadium.
Tito Thunder Grande. Tito Thunder Grande.
Yeah, Tito Thunder. This is the Telemundo trio tonight. Let's go.
Telemundo trio. Ay, coño.
Exactly. Who's that shit? You're not Samoan, Jewish, Palestinian, Italian. Where the fuck you from? You are transracial. Your transracial card is you're being rented now. It's a Blockbuster day. Shit.
Yeah. I can already tell today's episode.
It's gonna be fantastic. I love it.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Matter of fact, I gotta be extra Telemundo. I gotta wear my rosaries. Fuck. Hold on, I gotta wear my rosaries and shit. Hold on, we gotta be extra Telemundo. This is Telemundo edition. How about
extra Telemundo?
Shit, we wear this shit, not know a damn thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Simone. Here we go. Okay. And now we real Telemundos now. Let's go.
Oh man. Whew. Well,
Let's go.
further ado, let's go ahead and bring on our guest. He is the new Primetime Wrestling Underground, as seen on AEW with their women's champion Mercedes Monday. Had a shameless plug in. Underground, and I'm recognizing it under the Mike Wrestling Association, NWA, World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm saying that one more time: the Primetime Wrestling Underground World Heavyweight Champion. Give it up for our homeboy, Starboy Nano Lopez. Yeah.
¿Qué
My
pasa, cabrones?
My cousin, what's going on? ¿Cómo tú estás, pana? Bendición.
¿Cómo tú estás, hermano?
Todo bien, tú sabes, coño. But listen, ahora.
Coño is the most important word in Spanish.
Feliz Domingo.
Ahora, eso es dominicano. Mike ahora es dominicano. Ese nombre
papi, hay dominicano desde ahí no black.
Tito Thunder, ¿ok?
Tito Thunder.
Soy Tito Thunder, para que tú lo
Tito
sepas.
Thunder.
Ahora.
And there is some Spanish out there. Nice.
How are you? Congratulations.
I'm good. I'm very good.
Show that.
Hold up. Matter of fact, hold up.
Very
Let's-
good. Try to check.
Hold up, I got you. Hold up, there we go. The champ is here. You know what? We might as well make this right now a photo op for the free. Come on, bring that belt back up. Hold up.
Bring that in.
Bring
Bring
the
that
belt.
in.
I'm bringing
Hold
mine
on.
in.
Yeah, just the two of y'all. I'm out of that one.
Nah, you joining this one. Here we
I ain't got
go.
no belt. Shoot.
It doesn't matter. Join it.
Don't worry, it's the first one I got.
Whatever. Come on. You gotta have it. Look, this is the trio. Ready? Come on. Larry, turn. Photo op. 3, 2, 1. And we got it.
It's heavy as hell, man.
But
Yeah, that looks like a
congratulations.
heavy ass belt.
It's crazy because I didn't know you were coming on. When he told me you were coming on, I'm like, hold on, I gotta stop everything. I mean, I might have to stop to go change my clothes and shit to do laundry. But I'm like, my guy. You know the crazy part?
I haven't been here for what, a year? Maybe
Yeah, it's
more
been
even
about
than
over
a
a
year.
year.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
just one quick thing. I knew you were a force to be reckoned with, and I say this in the most biased way, the way CNN and Fox News is. When you had played that song, 18 for Life, the Skid Row song,
Yeah.
I kid you not, I probably heard that shit for the past.
I
Like,
think you even might have written me back then. when
I
you heard the
did
song.
absolutely. I
Yeah,
did.
you wrote
I'm
me
like,
something.
Yo, you
like
know about this song? I mean, I was. I
you
mean, I
replied
knew you knew,
the
but I was
story.
like, oh shit,
Yeah, I mean,
that song is
yeah.
so epic to me. Like the way it starts.
We always say that talent recognizes talent.
Of
Right.
course, I mean, I ain't telling like you. I mean, you body slam me with fucking niggas like Mike and shit. You know what I'm saying? How is? Let me shut the fuck up. How is life? How is life? World champion.
Life
like,
is good,
you're
man.
like Tom Brady right now.
I mean, yeah, like I'm the underground champion and the women's champion is Mercedes Monet, so of my promotion. So, it doesn't get any much better than that, right?
Man,
Exactly.
yeah,
You got
have former
you
Sasha
got the
Banks holding
champion
the
of
women's title.
AEW
Goddamn.
on your show.
Right.
And by the way,
right.
that was a nice little photo op you took with her too. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I usually like don't want to mark out very much when you are, on the locker room with others. Like, I don't want to be the guy like, hey, can we have a photo? Hey, I'm a huge fan. Because, you never know how they're gonna take it. Like, okay, you are a wrestler like them, so why are you so, marking out? But, I didn't give a shit, man.
but the
I
thing
needed
is,
I needed to get this picture.
but you're paying homage. You're showing respect. It's not like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's how
and I
I
mean,
see it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
Like,
exactly the way I'm seeing it as well. Yeah.
You did nothing wrong in my personal opinion, and I'm being dead ass. You just showing respect. It's not like you're being a groupie like, oh my gosh, like how these
Yeah,
women see
no,
Chris
no, it's
Brown.
not
You
like
didn't see that.
He's
Although
No.
you know what I'm saying, like you did it great.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I see it the same way too. That's why, some people were really reluctant to ask her for a picture, but I said, fuck it. I think it's a good way to, endorse someone by asking
Absolutely.
politely for a picture. And actually, she was really cool, really down to earth, really close to us. Like being one of the crew, one of the locker room. So yeah, it was great. It was great to have her, and it's great for me. I turned heel, and 1 month after turning heel, I got the championship I was chasing for 5 years. So is that
Listen,
a coincidence?
success is a
That is a
journey,
huge.
not a destination.
It's a
Right?
prime example. Well, to me, I look at it like this. Nah, screw that. Not just the journey or the destination. It just goes to show, and I'm low key shooting on this one. This man busted his ass for 5 years, going up against guys that came from WWE,
Yep.
AEW, and all around the globe, Japan, Europe, all that, Mexico, the whole nine,
Right.
France, met Tucker, who's from Ireland, all that. And he came from
Mm.
NXT UK. And we
Yeah.
even said it when I watched this so many times, even when I watched PTW Underground on YouTube. When's this dude going to get his chance? When
All
this
right.
dude should have been champion like 2 years ago when he was he if you can maintain being the red hot baby face for more than 3 years and still maintain that popularity, because basically you're a hybrid between Rock and Bret Hart because your moveset
Hmm.
is like a more traditional with a high
Yeah.
impact finisher. You are highly marketable because you're just like the Bret Hart type guy because you got the shades, you got the look. I see the fans
Yep.
every time you come out wearing the shades, wearing this. 1 month after turning heel, they put the strap on the guy. I'm like, come on now.
Right.
As much as I
Right.
respect it, it should have happened while the iron was hot. We should have seen you. This should have been title reign number two. Title reign number one should have been when you were the red hot baby face. And then this should have been the second reign where we get to see you as champion as a heel. That's how I would
Yeah.
have done long term booking with you. Because
I
I,
I
I,
I cannot disagree with that. That's true. I cannot disagree with you. I think so that 2 years ago, 1.5 year ago, I was even hotter as a babyface than I was 2, 3 months ago. But well, I mean, yeah, that's the never-ending story with wrestling, right? Like, we are always questioning and wondering why certain decisions didn't happen at a certain time. But well, I mean, yeah, there is not much we can do. Uh, only try to do the best when someone asks us to do something, just to do it on the best of our ability. But yeah, I agree with you, Tito, that it could be already the second title reign. But on the other hand, I won the Royal Rumble this year as well. I was contending for the tag team championship for the Underground already 1 year ago, also for another title. So well, I mean, it was high time. And actually, I'm super excited to be a heel because for the last 5 years I was a baby facing a foreign country, and that's not always easy. But now being the heel and the foreigner, and the one who speaks Spanish, and the one who has so many things now to bring to the table, I'm so excited. I'm having so much fun, really, on social
oh yeah,
media and everywhere, because now I can do things I couldn't do for 5 years, or I can say things, or I can write things that I know how to get under people's skin. Especially being foreigner. Oh man, I know where to touch exactly to make it to hurt you.
honestly, your heel run right now, it's very similar to I don't know if how much you watch AEW, but I would say currently how Kazuchika Okada's heel run is with the company.
Okay. I
It's
mean,
it's
yeah.
it's surprising because we're so used to once again white hot babyface Okada to where it's still shocking,
Mm,
but now it's even more entertaining. Like you
I'll be right
right.
basically
back.
get that reverse on it. Oh, yeah, all right, bro. It
I just gotta
basically
change my
you get
clothes. I
like
gotta
the
put my clothes in
reverse.
the dryer.
Yeah. I mean, in my case, nobody saw it coming. And that's something that all the people behind this idea are so proud of, because nobody saw that coming. It was impossible for you to tell that I will turn heel on that day. It was
Made a
unbelievable.
believer out
Like,
of me.
yeah, it was like babyface team versus heel team. Everybody was so excited about it. And then I turned my back on my team with a steel chair. Something like Seth Rollins turned heel on Roman Reigns and on the Shield, right?
Mhm.
Back on the day. Chair shot from the back. And I remember chair shotting my teammate and then watching the crowd and everybody. I remember the first rows, where a lot of people were like, Why?
Yeah, because it
And they
just like
couldn't
the
believe it.
Shield.
And they were
Because
genuinely mad. Like it's not like, oh, we know it's a work. They were genuinely mad after the show because after the show we usually go out and we chat with the fans, we take pictures with them, we sell some merch and so on. And the people who like a month ago were super happy to me, friendly, taking pictures, buying merch, they were genuinely mad. They didn't even want to watch at me. Like they were like, fuck this guy. And I'm like, good, mission accomplished.
you did it right.
Right.
Oh no, that I thought that was because even me, it fooled me. And usually I'm one of those types, I'll catch on quick with certain turns.
Mm,
But that one, that was like the same shock as, and once again, wrestling historian kicks in.
yeah.
I'd say the original double cross was Larry Zabisco when he hit the chair over Bruno San Martino's back.
Okay.
Because that was the original student protege double cross.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
in Shea Stadium. And after Zabisco did that, that whole crowd, because mind you, that was during when a lot of the fans in WWF
Yeah,
were
and
like from
believed.
Little Italy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then people worshipped Bruno, so they wanted to kill Zabisco. Like,
Hmm. Like for
they-
real, like genuinely.
yeah. I remember
Yeah.
Zabisco mentioned in the shoot, he had to literally, put a guy in a sugar hole because he was coming after him after the show.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it's
So
it's it's crazy, but at the same time, it tells you how good the job was done. That someone really believes that, and uh, they cannot separate fiction from reality. Like it really hurt. I don't know there in US, but for example, in Europe, in Spain, football, soccer, it's a huge thing. It's a mega thing.
oh
So
yeah,
when you are switching from your rival's team, man, you are forever, like double crossed. So yeah, I try to do something like that just to make sure that people don't see it coming. We recorded vignettes and promos throughout that week, showing how good we are gonna be as a team together. We spend time training together, we spend time dining together, having dinner, just being a baby face kind of team. So when the match came and the main event came and I turned my back on my team, man, nobody saw it coming. And that's the beauty of wrestling, of professional wrestling, that you can play with those emotions. You can tell a story, but at the end of the day, you'll have the answers to all the questions beforehand. So you can change the answers, you can change the questions, and take the people on that, roller coaster. And that's beautiful.
I agree because the
Yeah.
best, whether it's baby face or heel turns, the best ones are the ones that we never see coming. And I
I
feel
agree.
like these days they make it so it's so predictable.
It's so predictable. That's exactly the word. Everything is so predictable that it's really hard to get. Maybe because, we are also growing up, we are getting elder, we are getting more experience, I would say. So we have I don't know, easier way to catch things faster. I don't know, maybe that's the reason. But maybe it's just what you say. Maybe it's just that the product has become so predictable that it's very hard to be surprised anymore. And that sucks, man, because when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I remember vividly every time I was surprised or I was shocked about something like that. So it means that they did a really good job by influencing my, I don't know, emotions and my. It was unbelievable. And now, yeah, now you don't see that. I don't see that
Yeah,
at all.
you really don't see it anymore. And
Mm.
but you know what? I take that back. I don't see it anymore in
In
America.
WWE, right?
And no, even in AEW, I can see what it's
Okay.
about. And that's why I feel like a lot of the foreign countries like Japan, Mexico, Europe, all those areas, they still get it. They still believe in kayfabe and not breaking character and
Mm.
realism and all that. Like
Yeah,
especially
that could be.
Mexico.
Oh yeah, I
Mexico,
think I think that Mexico and maybe Japan to some extent, but Mexico, they, the luchadors, those are they are taking their gimmick to the end, to the for the rest of their lives, right? Like they're always in
similar to
character.
the
They're always
grave.
with the masks, and they're always speaking in character. They're never breaking kayfabe. That's true. I don't know
And
how it's in America, to be honest, but yeah, the two major leagues over there. It's true that
yeah, there's
I don't
too
know
many
why.
leads.
Yeah,
Like even with
right.
pay-per-views, I can't even watch pay-per-views and enjoy them because they're
Dude, it's too
constantly getting
much.
leaked, and
It's too
it
much,
makes
man.
it way too. Sometimes I get it, but there's other times where it gets way too fucking annoying. Like, come on.
Yeah, there's too much all the time, right? And also, before with the WWE Network or with Peacock for you, like you had everything there, right? But it seems like now you need to have Netflix, but you are gonna need to pay extra for, through the ESPN for some of the major pay-per-views or something. I don't know. Yet SmackDown in the US, I think, is streamed from through a different way. I don't know. There is a mix
It's
of
on USA. It's the only show that's on cable
right,
because
right, right,
USA Network was like, if we got to let go of Raw, then you better give us SmackDown.
right, right. So at the end of the day, if you want to keep up with everything and you want to watch everything, you need a lot of time, but you also need a considerable amount of money to pay for all those subscriptions and memberships, right? To watch Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views and this and that and Saturday night's main event and I don't know, a whole bunch
That's
of
right.
things, right? So it's expensive, but it's also very time consuming. So at the end of the day, what
And,
are you gonna do?
and that's why for Twitch subscribers,
Mm,
I stream all the pay-per-views and the shows ad-free.
okay.
So I
Yeah,
stream it for on Twitch because I know not everybody can afford it.
right.
Like we're streaming Survivor Series next weekend for free. You're more than welcome to join us despite the time frame because I think
Oh
over
yeah.
there it's going to be like 2 in the morning.
It's it's 4 p.m. right now, so I don't know what's the time
Yeah,
difference.
Survivor Series is supposed to start at 7, so yeah, it'd be midnight where you're at.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's midnight when it starts, when it kicks off. Yeah, that's right.
Are you
Yeah,
still living in Poland by any
Yeah,
chance?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I am right here, right now. Yeah, he's
I don't
knowing
listen.
outside,
I
by the
don't
way.
blame you. All them Eastern European women. Whew.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
I
listen. I
cannot
love white
disagree with
women.
you, man.
I love white women. Straight up.
We
Listen,
always love what we don't want, what we don't have, right?
you're right. Well, you know what? Too, I wouldn't even mind a girl from Spain. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, I'll make fun of her because you know what I'm talking about when y'all talk Spanish. Es muy bonito. The list you guys have,
Yeah, yeah, it's a way different
but you don't
accent, that's
have the
for sure.
list. That's very interesting.
Yeah,
You've been
I,
around the white
I, I
women, huh? You ain't got that no more. You sold out like me.
yeah. I was about to
No.
say,
nah.
you did have a list at one point, just like a
Mm-hmm.
slight list with your
It was
accent.
never major.
And
And
I'm
your
just
probably
accent
trying to
was
be
I'm
stereotype.
forcing myself too much just to not, show it out to you guys.
No, I'm just being stupid with it. That's all.
Nah, but
listen.
yeah,
This,
that's
this is coming from a guy that be impersonating Dusty Rhodes, and according to Larry, it sounds like Leon Phelps from The Ladies Man. But nah, we
Well, it's
get
because
it.
I'm more of a Leon Phelps fan overall than Dusty Rhodes.
Be like, that's
okay.
right, baby, because it's the American dream,
It's
baby.
interesting.
Whether you're black or white or in between, you still got American dream, daddy. Now I'm gonna be dropping all 265 pounds of blue-eyed soul. And the last time I did that, that's how little Cody got created. You know what I'm saying? I still got the magic, baby.
Now, I want to ask a quick question, right? And like
Very
I said
yes.
too, I'm keeping it very PG. I'm keeping it very PG for
And
obvious
look,
reasons.
keep it PG until 10:45 because we're giving the first hour for free
Five
on
minutes.
YouTube.
Well, here's
So
my
yeah,
thing.
you got 10
How's
more
the
minutes to
groupies?
keep it PG.
How's the groupies?
Oh man.
No, we don't gotta go. You
I
don't
mean,
gotta go in
yes,
depth. You don't gotta go
absolutely.
in depth because, like I said, I know you're tied into a big organization. That's why I watered down all my comments and everything.
Good, good, good. It's a very good question. Actually, it's a question that you don't get asked almost anymore. So that's a very good question, and I'm here to answer it. So, uh, there is not such a thing as maybe in the 80s and the 90s with the ring
Mhm.
rat,
Ring rats.
but yeah, but definitely that's a thing. And it's
I
still a
know
thing.
it. Listen,
And
they
there is
want to be
people
a
who are
star girl.
coming, and there are people who are coming just to, see what they can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you need to be very, like, I don't know, smart or have streetwise and differentiate,
Listen.
who is who,
These
right? Because, you know,
Listen, I can imagine one of these freaking and Polish women are more. I heard Russian women are Puerto Rican snow bunnies. And you know what's funny? The first girl I lost my virginity to was a Polish girl. So I think that's the reason why I got hooked onto it.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, there is
I know, I
something,
love,
some
but the thing
unfinished
is, too,
unfinished
I
business.
love white women. You know, what I mean? I love Eastern. I love that. Even though the funny part is like they have like how Eastern European women seem, they're very catty. Like that's right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that's classy to me. Because
Okay,
when you deal with a girl that
yeah.
looks like who acts like Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. I don't mind a little
Okay.
cattiness.
Oh, I mean, definitely there are a lot of differences in culture, in approach, in
Mhm.
how do we see the world, how do we see things, how what is expected from one another. But if you are good with that, I mean, yeah, yeah, you're in
I know, but
paradise. I think you should pay a visit to Poland.
I
Come to
am. I
PTW
listen. I
show.
definitely am soon. I have my passport. You know what I'm saying. But I'm
Right,
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, but I don't want you reacting. I don't want you reacting
right.
because I don't want this being a paper trail. I'm fully convinced that you pounded these Polish mommies. You put them in a brain suplex or something. I'm fully convinced. Don't answer
Brain
that because
suplex.
whatever you did, they probably like, "I papi," but in their fucking lingo or whatever. Don't answer it because I want you
He
to get in
said,
trouble.
"Hey,
I want to take the heat
puppy."
for it. But I know you. Listen, I know you knocked over a couple of them. I know you probably like, toma, toma, toma. You know what I'm saying?
If I
You
say
German
toma toma,
suplex a
they
German
will not
girl.
understand.
Exactly, exactly. Keep it like that. I'm telling you that in advance. You German suplex a couple of German girls. Mm-hmm. Sure, you like this is full. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I already know it.
There is a apart from the German suplex, there is a Polish hammer. If you
Oh,
that's
so
The
you
Polish
Polish hammer,
hammer,
Polish
yeah.
pussy. I ain't mad at that.
I didn't say
I
that.
ain't mad at you. Don't answer it. I'm just putting. I
No,
listen for
no.
the people out there. I'm putting words in his mouth. He is not saying anything. I'm just creating a mockery. He
Oh
I
yeah.
should make you know what I should do next time? I should put like a scrolling disclaimer that says these are based on the thoughts of Latin Larry P.
No, you can. I'm gonna say right now, anything that I'm saying to the superstar, the creme de la creme, has no tie to him. It's just me, how I am on a regular basis. So we know he German suplex the German girls, he Polish hammers the Polish pussy. Yo,
And I Spanish fly.
oh, you put the Spanish. Oh, shit. You put them. What you put them Ukrainian girls in? What's the move that runs
I
to Ukraine?
man, I don't come up with anything that
I
is
can't think
named
either. Neither.
Ukrainian something,
But you
but
Russian leg sweep them Russians.
Russian leg sweep.
You know what? You beat up those puñetas. You be like, come on,
I'm using
puñetas.
actually
You
Russian leg
going to
sweep is
Putin when you fucking them?
it's in my
I am
repertoire.
tira.
I love a good Russian leg
Right?
sweep.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you Russian sweep the Russian
Right.
hoes, you Polish hammer the Polish pussy, you German suplex the German chicks. You're Mr. Fucking Worldwide.
I'm not good at Spanish fly, man. It's a move that scares the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm. See, that's that
Yeah,
PTSD you got from dealing with Spanish women. I see that.
probably. Yeah, probably when you are on the top rope there on the corner, ready to do a backflip into the middle of the ring, I get PTSD from
I can imagine.
some of my college days.
But again,
Right.
congratulations,
Thank you.
congratulations. I'm
Thank you.
it's
It's good. I
and like
mean, it's for someone who is a huge, long time, lifetime wrestling fan, and now a performer to be able to, to hold the title and that someone entrusts you with, because at the end of the day, this is just a matter of trust. Like, hey, we see your potential. We are giving you the belt. So you are one of the faces of the company at the moment, and we want you to portray that to the
mhm.
fandom and to everybody out there. So for me, that's the thing that matters. That
So you
the
know what's
people in
crazy, Ken?
charge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
No, no, go
You
ahead.
don't answer this because there's another inappropriate comment, right? When you're saying trust, I'm pretty sure, right, in my mind, that you probably had some Labigua. That's that one of the people, oh maricon, that probably trying to
Okay.
pull a fast one on you.
Now I
Because
get
you a
it.
good looking motherfucker. I won't,
Right.
but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if someone just like try to be like, you know, Herbert from Family Guy. Oh my god, I thought you good. And you probably like, I me cago en diez, coño. I'm pretty
Coño.
convinced that they probably try to pull a fast one. Plus, they probably jealous too. Like, my blonde.
Yes. Yes, man. I mean, you know who I talked with about it once?
Who?
With Stevie Richards. And
Really?
he told me,
Wow.
yeah. And he said that, you know, corny people, jealousy, politics, all of that will always play a huge part in every locker room in wrestling, and that's the sad part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for every person that is happy for your success, there is five people who are jealous and who would do whatever it takes to take that belt out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, politics play a big thing everywhere. Our
Yeah,
company is no difference, of course. I mean,
of
every
course.
single wrestling promotion has, egos, and everybody wants to be the best, and everybody thinks that they deserve that. So, with that, I mean, it's hard to navigate in those waters sometimes because, you know, I genuinely wanted everybody to succeed. And like CM Punk said once, the problem is that I wanted to bring people with me to the top that didn't want to see me at the top. So,
Mm,
it's
that.
it's an issue sometimes, but at the same time, with all due respect, que se jodan.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No, you know, it's funny you say that because I feel like in my mind, right,
Right.
is the fact that when you said that you want to bring people to the top, right?
Yeah.
And hold on one second, I got to text my kid real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Hold on,
man. Yeah.
hold on. Give me
Well,
like
look,
Take your
while
one.
he's
time.
doing that, I'll
It
intervene. But
I
it's
remember when CM Punk said that. I totally saw myself, reflected on those words because I'm one of the coaches there during, when we are not
Mhm.
performing, I'm one of the coaches that is conducting trainings for people there. And I
No,
obviously want everybody to succeed and to get better because if they get better, I will get better too.
no, and it's funny you say that because when you said that you want to bring everyone to the top and nobody wants to, in my personal opinion, right? Because I tell Mike this, right? I don't
Mm.
see this as a business thing. I see this as a therapy thing for me. I could just sit here, unwind, talk my shit like I did with
Oh
you, but
yeah.
I'm watering it down because obviously, you know, it's just the status that you at. You know what I'm saying? This Wednesday night, me and Mike shooting this shit and I care. But like in my mind, I've been running with Mike Solid for a good maybe 2.5 years. If I'm wrong, count me off because I'm kind of like old. I'm kind of like Joe Biden like that, dementia way. But like there's been
3 years.
plenty of times that Mike's
November makes it 3 years with
okay.
podcasting.
So, but
Wow.
Mike's has always been a solid individual, right?
Right.
And the amount of times that he's gave people platforms, right?
Yeah.
Whether you see it big or not, it doesn't matter. Mike, Mike, it's any promotion is a good promotion for the most part, unless you're the Kardashians. But anyway,
Mm.
Mike has extended himself of people single handedly, and they pretty much just dismantled it with no remorse, no follow up,
Yeah.
no communication
Yeah.
overall. And then they'll come back, they'll come back, 85 years later and say, act like nothing happened.
Right.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's sad. And like I said, too,
It's
I
the same.
I look at this as a therapy session. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it as a business thing. You're never gonna be like, oh, Mike, let's do this to make money. I don't give a fuck about that. If Mike
Right.
makes money off of my fake labor, more power to him. That's a win-win for me. That's me paying his unlicensed therapy bill for me.
And
It's
I
unlicensed
think
therapy.
I think like for all of us when we first start in wrestling, we also see it as similar, in the same way, right? Like it's a hobby, it's a passion, it's a dream, whatever. But you don't see it as a business, right? You're not, you're not getting into wrestling because you want to make money. I mean, if
Hmm.
you want to make money, wrestling should be one of your last decisions, I guess. Because, let's face it, like I don't know in America, but in Europe, there is a handful of people who can live out of wrestling solely. Most of people have daily jobs, 9 to 5 jobs, and stuff like that. Because this is a
Hmm.
passion, this is a hobby, this is a therapy as well. Like going on the weekend with your colleagues, with your friends, performing, and having fun, getting the excitement of being in the ring. But it's true, whether you see it as a business or not, there is people who is gonna put you down and step on your neck if they can, with no remorse, with no,
But I, I
yeah.
I think the best part of you being a champion, right? In my filtered opinion is the fact that the people that you want to bring with you, right? It's one thing when you try being with you and people just say, you know what, I can't do it. This is not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah, of
that.
course.
But the ones that fuck you over and you progress, I think that's the ones that seeing them cringe or them
Yeah.
come back like, hey, what about me?
Right. Yeah.
When they fucked you over, I think that is delightful. I think that's
Yeah,
the most
absolutely. I mean, I
satisfying thing
wouldn't.
in the world. Like that's
Uh,
equivalent to fucking peeing on somebody's grave that did you dirty. That
I
level.
wouldn't. I wouldn't be a hypocrite and saying, no, it's 100% true, man. That's what you
Of
say.
course,
It's
of
one
course,
of
of
the,
course.
it's actually one of the delightful things of getting of getting such a recognition is watching at the people and say, you see, huh? What about what now? What are you gonna do about it now, huh?
Hmm.
So like to be able to show them like, okay, you didn't trust me, you didn't want me, still here I am, undeniable. But yeah, that's right, that's right. It's a good feeling. It's a great feeling, in fact, and I'm gonna ride with it as long as it, for.
And also, and like I said, I'm reaching on this overall because I don't know much about it. My knowledge is very limited. I just have a good personality. That's why Mike keeps me around, honestly. But for you to be where you were at 5 years ago, right? Being a
Yeah.
person of Hispanic, oh, you are the criminal. I speak Spanish, but I'm saying for you being a Hispanic person, Spain, whatever you want to label yourself, please forgive me. But for you to
Yeah.
make it in that 5 year span, right?
Mm.
And I'm assuming that, like, and the thing is too, your style of wrestling as a Spanish person isn't common to me. I'm seeing everyone with these pusheisty masks doing backflips and shit like this. You have more of a playboy
Yeah.
persona, and I have to admire that you go that route. You know what I mean? You stood that lane and it stood out
It
to you. You're not
is.
like another
Yeah.
luchador that's like 450
It is
splash or
hard.
you embraced it.
It is hard because yeah, it's exactly like that. And the world in general, the world of wrestling is gravitating towards that mindset, right? Like
Hmm.
more, you should do more. You should do more stuff. You should do faster stuff. You should do more spectacular stuff. And I'm the one that is not doing any of that. Or not, well, not any, but not
I
a
know
lot
what you
of
mean.
that. Uh I believe that, and that's because of my personal experience with wrestling, that people don't remember moves and stuff like that. They remember moments.
Hmm.
So I can tell you that for the last year and for all my matches and moves and choke slams and suicide dives and all the stuff that I did or that I took, what people remember the most was a chair shot to the back. That's it.
Hmm.
That was what made people wow. That was the video or the short that had the most plays in TikTok and in Instagram and everywhere. That's the thing that people still ask me about. Like, why you did that? Why you betray your team? And that was a simple chair shot to the back. But
Hmm.
that was the moment that people remember. Now I can do 15, I don't know, Spanish flies and 450 splash and moonsaults and frog splash, and they will pop for 5 seconds, but that's it. So I try to stay more in the moment with uh what my character is trying to do and sell. It's more of emotions and moments rather than moves and high spots. And it's hard because coming from Spain and being labeled this luchador is like, why don't you have a more flashy move set? Why are you not doing a lot of top rope moves or still? I don't see the need for that. And if I will see the need for that, I will try to implement it. But I'm trying to work it in a different direction, from my entrance music and until the end of the match. And does it work? Well, I would say that for me it works so far. I have to tell you also that I always had the trust of my promoter and my booker when it comes to ideas and stuff like that. He was always very understandable and always tried to find the perfect way for me to put those things into place. And the rest is just a thing of try and fail kind of scenario. You try something, it works, great. It doesn't work, come back to square one and see how it works. Luckily, we have a TV show, but we also have like a lot of shows that allows us to try things. And like most like WWE has their house shows, right? And they are using the house shows as a training session. So we have the same, and we see what people like. Polish market and in general European market is a market of wrestling that is not very smart when it comes to wrestling. They just go there out to have fun. So they are not going to be looking out for mistakes or, oh, he did one more step than he should do, or his ring awareness is not as good as it. They don't care about that. They care about having a good time. So I try to give them the good time that they deserve. That's all.
But another thing I wanted to say that I really do admire is the fact that, like, I guess from a cerebral perspective, is the fact that, and Mike, if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me, but this is just a person with a low knowledge of wrestling. Some people are super great, but they don't have the persona to
Of
sell
course.
it. And then you have some people that have the persona, but they can't wrestle for shit. You developed a nice balance overall. So I definitely want to give you credit on that single
I'm very
handedly.
mediocre in both, but yes, exactly like that.
But the
I'm
thing is,
not very good at any of those. I try to be, more or less average on both, but they work because I can adapt
well,
any of those two things. Yeah.
I'll put it like this, right? Let the guy rest in peace. But Hulk Hogan had one of the shittiest rules of all time. I don't care what no one says.
Of
The
You
course.
leg
can't tell me
drop.
that someone who got put through who got gang banged by two guys, got put through a table, got hit in a chair, jumps out, and then he just leg drops a motherfucker. That is the most
Yep.
pathetic thing ever, and he's legendary. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Most people
Absolutely.
have controversy of it. I'm going to say your outtake on it is better than Hulk Hogan, and I'm saying it from a limited perspective. Oh, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about that. I'm just saying the fact that you have a balance, and on top of that too, you're not a carbon copy, and you
Mhm.
gotta. I respect that as being a person as a Telemundo community. You are like the Jackie Robinson of wrestling, because like I said, you're not in here. They're doing 450 splash, doing. You're not embracing that. You got a Playboy persona to yourself. That's how I frame it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and this is a question that always comes up when we are doing training or when people, start to wrestling, and it's like there are two types of wrestlers, and both of them are fine. I'm not saying by any means that you can pursue any of those, but you need to decide at one point in your career, you have to decide whether you want to be like Hulk Hogan or you want to be like Dean Malenko, for example, right? One is a ring general, knows 1,000 moves, moves can wrestle a broomstick, but doesn't have any gimmick or he cannot connect with the crowd. And the other is exactly the opposite. He
But
might be the stiffest person in the world, or he might not be able to move at all, but just by doing a leg drop, he can make
but the,
60,000 people stand on their feet. Yeah,
but the thing is too, when you've mentioned Dean Malenko, like I said, like if there's any knowledge of wrestling I have heavy is the late '90s of WCW, and
yeah,
I will say that Dean Malenko, in my unexpert opinion, he is solid in his own lane. As a matter of fact, I always tell Mike about this when it comes. The person I speak heavy on is RVD. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Yeah, he might not be the creme de la creme, but he holds weight.
yeah,
Like this guy, like in my mind, he has that balance. Actually, I don't know. Like I
yeah,
feel like when I see RVD, he has the roots of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's not so he's not gimmicky to me. Like he has it,
yeah.
and like I said, I'm all over the place. My ADHD is kicking in, but I feel like that personally, you have a fair balance, and the fact that and I guess I'm just commending you that you're not going the regular luchador route and all of that. I respect that, but you still have that persona. That's what I'm saying. So you get, in my perspective, he's not saying this. That's why you get old. That's why you be able to fucking Polish ham all those Polish women. He ain't say that. I said that. I'm putting words in his mouth. I'm just saying. I'm saying as a disclaimer.
A disclaimer, yeah.
Because I just want to
No,
protect
but
your image. That's why.
in a
But
world where everybody's going, on the sky, you have to try to go underground, and the other way around. When everybody's going underground, you should try to fly. So, I'm not trying to follow what everybody else is doing because then I would be just one more.
you'd be
So I try
another
to come up with
statistic.
my own. Yeah, I would try to come up with my own style, my own way of moving, my own body language, my own, I don't know, everything. And if it works, it works. But if it doesn't work, at least it's mine. It's like
Hmm.
you cannot take that out of me. That's mine. So yeah.
And it's funny you say that because, um, I mean, I would kind of consider you more of a hybrid, but what
Well,
makes
that's
you
good. That's what
stand
I want.
out is
Take the
that
fire.
you're big on psychology because, as you mentioned, you can do all sorts of flips and all that, but sometimes you remember that one chair shot and that's it. You know, Owen
It's
Hart,
because yeah.
ahead of
Go
his time, ahead of his
on.
time with wrestling and all that. But if I were to say one thing that stood out with me with Owen, when he kicked Brett in the leg at Rumble '94,
Exactly.
that was basically what kick started the Owen Hart heel run of '94.
For me, I mean, it's probably also speaking of Hogan, is because one of my favorite matches, and one of my first ever matches that I watched live, was the Hogan versus Rock at WrestleMania 18.
Mm.
And
Hey,
they didn't do anything spectacular out of nowhere in the match. They were working basic moves, basic holds, like any basic Hulk Hogan match. but the
They
crowd
were
was
bitching.
insane, man. It was one of the hottest crowd I've ever seen in my life. And every time I watch this match, I always have goosebumps because, man, it's like they have done nothing so far. They were just staring at each other for 2 minutes, and the crowd is going bananas. So,
You know
you
what
don't
that
need the
sounds
moves to
like?
tell a story.
That sounds like fucking Apple. They haven't made a good iPhone since Steve Jobs passed away, and it's just the same shit. Let me find out Hulk Hogan's being compared to the Apple.
I mean, he's
I mean,
kind of right though, because
I'm an Apple
he
fan,
could
so I mean,
he could
whatever.
work at some point. I saw footage of him in Japan and all of that.
oh
But
yeah, I love Mr. Ichiban Hogan.
but with that being said, the guys didn't have to do anything like moves related. They just needed to tell a story and build it up.
Charisma.
Yeah, charisma. Yeah,
Now, I want to ask you a quick question, right? And I don't think it doesn't have to go so depth, but when
yeah,
you first started out, because the one thing I told Mike is that I think John Cena is a cornball to me, right? I mean, he got highlights, but just for me. But the one thing
yeah.
I respect the fuck out of him is the fact that he was wrestling and he was using his credit card to pay his rent, right? My question for you, right? 5 years in the making, as a if I'm wrong, correct me. How was it the very beginning when you started wrestling? When you wanted to go full time, what was the struggles? Like, I'm very interested in stories, like successful stories of this. Like, now I'm not saying you gotta give me a whole bit of it, but what are some of
Yeah.
the drawbacks that you had to deal with?
Lack of trainers, lack of everything, like lack of ring. There was no ring to wrestle to practice on. There were some mattresses on the ground. And then when I finally went to a place where they had a ring, the people training, the people in charge were just a couple of years in the business, and they had almost no experience, of course, because how could they? So the beginning was just like, hey, I want to make it inside the ring because that's a dream. And once we check this out of the list, we'll see what comes next. But definitely without setting yourself very high, setting the bar very, very high, or having high expectations, because, well, in Europe, I mean, to find a wrestling promotion that has a ring and has people with knowledge to teach you and to open you doors, it was extremely hard. I don't know how it's now. So the beginning of the journey was just like, hey, I have these dreams to, in the checklist, step inside the ring, have a wrestling match, achievable dreams, I would say, right? Things that you can see them happening if you put the enough work into. But then you just get, I don't know, you just get dragged by this series of events, and fast forward 5 years, here we are, right? But I didn't plan any of this. Like when I
How was
started
the
wrestling, I
living
just,
conditions for you in the beginning?
well, I still have to this day a normal job.
Oh, you
So,
know, okay.
yeah, I still have a normal job.
Oh, so you're doing it smart.
Um,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's cool, but yeah.
No. It's cool to me because
Right.
you have people that want to go out, like in New York City, right? They want to be like, I want to be an artist. I want to sell my painting, and there's nothing wrong with being ambitious about that at all.
Hmm.
But when you're going in there with, like, you hear the typical story. I went to a place with $2, and then 30 days later, something like that. Like, that
Yeah.
can work.
Nobody.
But I feel that, like, if you can just stack the odds on your favor, you're gonna
Right.
be more. You're gonna be more stable mentally, in my mind.
Yeah.
So
And
that
for example,
whole, that's why I feel like that you have certain people, right? Like certain artists in general, right? So I even
mm,
said to myself at one point that you have this Rocky story in your head that you want to sell, like, you want to, whatever, you want to sell paintings, right? When you canvas paintings,
hmm
and then when you try selling it, no one gives a fuck about you. You get mad because no one buys it. It's because no one fucking knows you. Like, I
right.
seen that the other day. There's one guy, he's from like fucking Canada or something. He's like, oh, no one's buying, a local artist's painting. And in my mind, I'm like, no one fucking
Nobody
knows you.
knows you.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, like, you cannot sit here. And here's the thing, I guess from a business background, if you're trying to sell entertainment or art, if the brand isn't strong enough, you're not gonna sell. And
Nope.
I'm not discrediting you at all. I'm not discrediting you at all. I'm just saying in general. No.
Yeah.
Please do not take it that way. I beg you. But I'm just saying, like, when you see these artists that have no backup or nothing like that, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying some type of cushion or some type of some type of money moving forward, and then you fall flat on your face, and then you're going on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter like, oh, buy my merch, buy my art, buy my thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's because
Mm.
you haven't developed the bond,
The brand,
the
yeah.
brand. Like a prime
And the fan
example.
base.
A prime
Because
example.
one
Mike,
thing,
continue. I'm sorry.
because I was gonna say, because the one thing you can't do is you can't bullshit your fans. But before we continue on that convo, because we're already at first hour,
My bad.
people on YouTube, if you're watching, head on over to Twitch. If you got Amazon Prime, subscribe for free.